Portuguese rule.
Look at that coastal line, Luanda. Imagine how all those explorers must have felt the first time they saw it. Without all these buildings, too.
What a sight. So, can you tell me a bit about how the Portuguese ruled? I'm getting a small feeling that it wasn't the best of terms, especially if fighting was common.
Yes, you are correct. It is mostly viewed as a bad time, but it is important to know all the different influences that made up Kenya, good or bad.
I agree. Now, start from the beginning. 1498.
On March 1st, 1498, Vasco da Gama landed upon the coast of Mozambique. Here, he was welcomed by the Sultan of Mozambique, but only because the Sultan wasn't sure if Gama was a friend of the Arabs or not.
And if the Sultan was rude to Gama, and he had been a friend of the Arabs, it would have been very bad politically wise.
Correct. Best to be on the safe side, And plus, the Portuguese had not started their attacks yet. He went to Mombasa, but was not as welcomed. It is stay long.
So, they still hadn't yet started their conquering?
No. They had to scout and look around the coast first before they attacked. Vasco da Gama set off towards Malindi, and you know how Malindi and Mombasa felt about each other.
They were fighting about trade routes and taxes. Yes, I know. You say it all the time.
Good. Because of this, Gama and the Portuguese were welcomed with open arms in Malindi. The Sultan, Said Ali, was very happy to meet with the Portuguese. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy of my enemy? My friend? Oh, I get it.
Shh. It is here that Gama got a guide to get him to India. He was part of the Gujarati group of Indians and named Ahmed bin Majid.
Oh, and this is where the Portuguese began setting up a base in India at Goa, and where they got their reinforcements when conquering.
Yes. The base was set up and Gama wasted no time to get back to Portugal to report to his boss, the King Manuel I. He sailed in 1499 from India and only stopped at Malindi and improved his relationship with the Sultan of the town. He did not even try to stop at Mombasa though.
Good move. Now, why did Gama go back to the king? Why didn't he just start attacking?
It is best to get more troops and approval of your king before trying such a feat, which is exactly what he did. Gama told the king of the grand trade routes and showed him the items he had taken. Manuel was eager and in 1500 sent Alvarez Ras Cabral to capture Sofala.
And he took it with ease.
Wrong. He actually failed. This made the Portuguese rethink their strategy, and in 1502, Gama himself set sail to attack the town of Kilwa. This time, the Europeans were successful, and this began the real fighting.
Oh no.
Oh no is right. 1503 saw Rai Lourenço Ravasco taking over Zanzibar.
What did the Portuguese do when capturing the cities?
Well, one thing is making the leader, the Sultan, pay a large gift to the King of Portugal.
Doesn't seem like a gift.
Yes, they call it a tribute. The Portuguese were beginning to feel confident about their conquering and now really turned up the heat.
You mean attacked more towns?
You know it. 1505 saw 20 carracks and some 1,500 men sailing to really conquer the East African coast. They captured Sofala, which they had failed at first. Mombasa, and Kilwa. Brava was destroyed since it fought back.
They really were cruel. But hey, I thought you said Gama captured Kilwa in 1502.
Gama did not take the town under control, rather just took a large tribute after defeating the town. The trend continued until 1506 with the towns of Oja, Sokotra, Lamu, and Pate being taken over by Instant da Kuntan.
So they basically had the whole coast by this point.
That's right, and even in 1509, they got the islands off the coast such as Pemba, Zanzibar, and Mafia.
They really made an effort. I'll be sure to write down when the towns and by who they were captured by.
No problem, I already did.
With so many towns, how did they control all of them?
Well, in 1507, they made Mozambique the headquarters in East Africa.
What does that mean, though? Like, did they just have big parties there?
The Portuguese captain at Mozambique would get orders from a viceroy at Goa, the Indian base,
Viceroy?
a ruler or a governor of a colony. The area proved to be too big to just one headquarter, and soon Mombasa was also made a headquarter with another captain.
And what did the captain do? I mean, something important if there had to be two of them eventually.
The captain was basically the controlling head of the area. He collected the tributes and watched over the sultans, ensured taxes were paid on trade items, and most important, made sure no one tried to fight back against their rule, sometimes by force.
I imagine people don't like having such a mean ruling class.
You got it right. Which is just one reason why...
Hey, get off my boat. The ride's been done for 5 minutes.
Oh, let's go get lunch.
Okay.